Okay, this is going to be a quick overview of Packet Tracer. So what we're going to do is look at what you can use and how to connect machines together, ready for scenario 1. So let's have a look. If we click on End Devices down the bottom here, and you've got choices: PCs, laptops, server, printers, IP phones, voice over IP, and so on, and generic wireless and whatever. We'll come to these later. We're going to be using a lot of them later. So we'll look at just getting a couple of PCs though. I've had a laptop as well, and let's just get these talking to each other. So network devices, what we'll do is get switches. So we're going to pick a switch, and what we'll do is we're going to get these three machines talking to each other on the switch. So you've got different switches and whatever else in here as well, and we'll come to the hardware as we need it. I'll explain as we go. There's hubs there, there's routers there, wireless devices. Yeah, so you can see, so we've got a lot of different things going on. This little lightning connection you've got here is the one we use to get your connection. So here, what we've got, and it tell you this is a console cable. There's a copper straight through cable. That's a copper crossover cable. There's a fibre cable. That's a phone cable. Coaxial cable. That's a serial cable used for routers. Okay, there's two different ones there, DC and DTE. There's an octal cable. There's a custom cable, so you can make up your own cable, and then USB. Okay, so if you want to USB something in, you can do as well. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to use a copper straight through cable, because that's the one you were learning how to make just last week. So let's go from there and connect to Ethernet 1, and then we'll connect up PC2 into Ethernet 2, and we'll connect up the laptop, and we'll put it into Ethernet 3. So there's the three connected together. But to get them to talk to each other, obviously we're going to need IP addresses. So this is your machine here. If you want to make changes to your machine, you can switch it off. Yeah, and you can make changes, so you can change, you put a wireless adapter or whatever else into here. We'll do that for laptops later on. I'll put that into a different video. You can do that. You've got your configuration, so you can put your IP address in here. You've got a desktop with all different things. You've got your IP configuration, dial-up, a terminal that we can use. Make it a bit wider. Web browser, setting up your wireless, setting up VPN, Cisco IP, setting up firewalls, all in here as well. So we'll look at all these things later on, but for now we're interested in doing the IP configuration. So we're going to put a static IP address on. So 192.168.1.1. Just go for the default subnet mask, and that's us there. So we're done. Okay, now for PC2, again on the desktop, and 192.168.1.2, and the default subnet mask, and close. And then laptop, desktop, IP configuration, and 192.168.1.3. So as you can see, what we've got is three IP addresses, all in the same subnet. Yeah, we're just using the default C, and we've got three all talking to each other. Now, if we want to see, I'm just going to move this over a bit so you can see. I'm going to run a simulation. Can run a simulation. Okay, now on the simulation, what we can do, we can go and edit the filters. So what I want to do is I want to use ping. Okay, so you can use different protocols and see what the protocols do, but for this we'll just use the ping just now. Okay, and we'll just make sure everything's switched off. Now, there's no quick way of doing it, I'm afraid, but you will. As you can see, there's all those different protocols, which I want you all to learn by next week. Nah, that's a joke, you don't need to. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off unticking all of these, and done. done, so I can close that. So we've just got the ping. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto here. I'm going to get a command prompt up, and using a command, I'm going to use ping 192.168.1.3. Okay, so we're going to, this machine PC here is going to ping the laptop. Okay, now I press enter and nothing happens just now until we press play. Now this is the packet in motion. It should be, wait a minute, there's play, there we go, right. Okay, so you can see what's going on, and there it is. It's gone straight through the switch and up to the laptop. Okay, so you can see what's going on here on the other side. Bring it over. You can see that we've done an ICMP. So it's done the ping that tells you where it's gone from and to. So there's the replies going on. Yeah. We'll let it go until it does it. It's all finished. Now if you want to see what the packet's doing, you can click on the packet and you can see what's happening here. So it tells you an ICMP message here is going from 192.168.1.1 and destination's 1.3. Yeah, and then this is a breakdown of your actual packet. So when we're breaking down the packets, you can see what's in here. So there's your data and whatever else. Yeah, time to live is in there as well. The checksum can be in there. Yeah, and it's all working just fine there. So now we'll come out of simulation, go back into real time. If I click on the PC, you'll see here that there's your reply. So there's your 4 replies. So you've seen it working, you've seen the thing in the simulation mode, and you were able to see the packets and whatever else. Now, if we're going to be adding other things, like in the scenario, it's going to ask you to add printers, so you can add a printer. And hopefully, now what you're going to have to do is set up a shared printer. We've got the USB here. Now hopefully, oh no, it's on, right, doesn't have one. Right, so what we'd be doing is connecting to the laptop. Now what we can do is, instead, if you want to do it, is just draw a line. Okay, so you should be able to use tools. You've got the drawing palette and take a line, and we should be able just to do that, just to simulate, because for at the end of the day it's not going to work because they're only network printers. So we're going to be connecting up using USB for a scenario 1, but that allows you to have a quick look and see how that's set up. Now obviously for scenario 1 you're going to have a lot more PCs, so I want to see all of your PCs all set up and all working, and then show me the test. So the test would be getting the ping to work and whatever else. Okay, so, and that's that for now, and I'll show you how to do some more when it comes to scenario 2.